Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we unpack the secrets hidden in financial filings. And today we're diving into MP Materials Corp, where it looks like they've been quite busy making some big moves in the market. Before we start, if you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed and join our Discord community linked in the description below. Get ready because MP Materials Corp just dropped a report that tells a pretty exciting story about their recent activities, and you won't want to miss this. So what's the big deal here? Well, this is a pretty standard current report that companies file when something important happens, and for MP Materials, it looks like they've been very active on the financial front. The date on this report is July 18, 2025, and it details events that happened very recently. This is all about MP Materials Corp, a company that's really important in the world of rare earth materials. Think about the magnets in your electric cars, your wind turbines, and even your smartphones. These often rely on rare earth elements, and MP Materials is a major player in getting those from the ground. They are publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange, which means their financial health and strategic moves are important for a lot of investors. The trading symbol for their stock is MP, and it's their common stock that we're mostly interested in. Now, let's get to the juicy part, the really interesting update. This filing is all about something called an underwriting agreement. What exactly is an underwriting agreement? It's basically a contract between a company and investment banks, often called underwriters. These banks help the company sell its stocks or bonds to the public. So when you see this, it usually means the company is raising a significant amount of money. On July 16, 2025, MP Materials signed a deal with some big names in investment banking, JP Morgan Securities LLC and Goldman Sachs & Co. LLC. These guys are the representatives for a group of underwriters. What did they agree to do? Well, they agreed to issue and sell a massive amount of shares, over 11.8 million shares to be exact. This is called an offering, and it's a primary way for companies to get cash. The price for each share to the public was set at $55. That means for every share sold, investors would pay $55. But here's a key detail. The underwriters bought these shares from MP Materials at a slightly lower price. They paid $53.35 per share. This difference, the $1.65 gap per share, is the way the underwriters make their money. But that's not all. They also gave the underwriters an option to buy even more shares if there was extra demand. This is called an over-all-month option, and it looks like they used it all up, buying another 1.7 million shares. This tells us the offering was very popular. This is important because it means MP Materials itself is selling these new shares, not existing shareholders. When a company sells its own shares, it's getting the money directly. So how much cash did MP Materials rake in from this offering? Well, they expected to get about $724.2 million. That's a huge amount of money. Remember, this is after taking out fees and expenses. These fees and expenses definitely add up, but getting over $700 million is a massive infusion of capital. What are they going to do with all this cash? They plan to use it to speed up and expand their operations. This means investing in their facilities and building new ones. Specifically, they mention the 10x facility, which sounds like a significant expansion project. They'll also use the money for other growth plans and for simply running the company day to day. And good news for them, the entire offering was successfully completed on July 18, 2025. That's the same day this report was filed, which shows how current this information is. They did all this by using a special form called S3, which allows companies that are already public and well established to offer new securities more easily. This shows they are a mature company. Like any big contract, this underwriting agreement has lots of details about what each party promises to do. It includes standard promises about the accuracy of information provided and conditions that must be met for the deal to go through. It also covers things like who is responsible if something goes wrong, like if there are issues with the laws regarding selling stocks. Both the company and the underwriters have ways to protect themselves. And of course, it outlines how the agreement can be ended if certain things happen. It's standard practice for these agreements to be very thorough to manage risk for everyone involved. Here's a legal bit that's important. All those promises and statements made in the agreement were specifically for that contract and only applied at the dates mentioned. They weren't meant to be public statements of fact for anyone else. This is a common phrase in these documents to limit liabilities. If you want to read the nitty-gritty details, you can find the actual underwriting agreement as an exhibit to this filing. They also included a legal opinion from a law firm, Skadden Arps, Slate, Meagher and Flom LLP, confirming that the way they sold these shares was perfectly legal. This is standard practice for new stock offerings to ensure everything is above board. And finally, they attached a press release that announced the pricing of the offering. This is usually where companies share the good news with the public in a more easily digestible format. The filing then lists all the exhibits that support the information provided. These include the underwriting agreement, the legal opinion, the consent from the law firm mentioned, Crace release about the pricing. There's also something called Exhibit A4, which is the cover page formatted for interactive data. And at the end, we have the signature block. This is where an authorized person from MP Materials Corp officially signs off on the report, confirming its accuracy. The signature is dated July 18, 2025. The person signing here is Elliot D. Hoops, who holds the title of General Counsel and Secretary for MP Materials Corp. So what does all this mean? Well, MP Materials just successfully executed a major stock offering raising over $700 million. This is a huge vote of confidence from investors and a significant financial boost for the company. It means they have the resources to push forward with their operational plans and growth strategies, which is incredibly important for a company in the rare earth materials sector. Looking at the underlying numbers, the price of $55 per share, and that large investor demand evidenced by the underwriters exercising their full option indicates strong market interest in MP Materials. They are essentially getting big funding to expand their capabilities, which in the current global market for critical minerals is a very strategic move. The demand for rare earth elements is only expected to grow as the world moves towards cleaner energy and advanced technologies. With this influx of capital, MP Materials is positioning itself to be a key supplier in this expanding market. However, there are always risks. Large capital expenditures can sometimes lead to unexpected cost overruns or delays. Also, the market for raw materials can be volatile. While the outlook is positive, it will be crucial to watch how effectively they deploy this capital, and if their expansion projects deliver the anticipated results. Investing in facilities like the 10X facility is a long-term play, and success depends on market demand and operational efficiency. In conclusion, this filing shows MP Materials is aggressively pursuing its growth agenda. They've secured substantial funding, which is a positive indicator of their future prospects and operational expansion plans. They are clearly aiming to solidify their position as a leader in rare earth production, and this capital raise will likely fuel that ambition. It's a strong move that signals their commitment to growth and their belief in the future demand for their products. Alright, what's your take on this massive funding round by MP Materials Corp? Do you think this capital infusion will set them up for even greater success based on their expansion plans? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this deep dive into their SEC filing helpful, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps us out, and subscribe for more corporate breakdowns. And don't forget to join our Discord community linked in the description for more discussions and insights. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.